Hello and welcome to Ringwood, the Rings here at Ringwood, for this clash today between the Hawks and the Cobras, Ringwood versus Kilsyth. I'm Adrian Fidelani, with me is
Tyson Whelan.
Looking forward to these couple of games we got here today, Tyson.
This should be two very exciting encounters. Both the men's and the women's sides for both clubs will both be looking for wins. Yep. This weekend, of course, the Cobras in the women's first match tonight lost to Bendigo in a tough loss of 6 points in the end. So they'll obviously be coming out firing. At the other end, of course, the Ringwood girls have looked very strong so far, with a couple of wins over Surrey and Waverley in the first two rounds, and they sit third on the ladder. So both teams with a bit of form and hoping to continue that today.
And some real strength amongst both these sides, with lots of WNBL experience out here today.
That's right.
Really looking forward to this first women's clash.
Amongst the two teams, there's a lot of diversity of scorers. I mean, I'm looking at the Ringwood side, and whether it's Farnworth, Mahalko, Mullins, all around 15 points per game or more. Mm-hmm. You look down the other end at the Cobras, it's Wisher, Booth, Kamak. There's plenty of scorers amongst both teams, and it'll be interesting to see how that dynamic works today, because I think they both match up well against each other. Two very experienced sides, two very experienced coaches. They've both done their research on each other. Yep. And it all comes together today.
The defence of Ringwood's very solid, very strong. Of course, I regard Danielle Bone as one of the stronger players for many years now. For a few years now, is the strongest defensive players in the league. And adding Mullins to this side this year has really added to that. She's an inside player and really she has great timing and a blocking machine. I think that they'll hold up well against this what is a strong Cobras offence.
That's right, and you mentioned the defence of Bone, you're quite right, and then equally Emily Friders down the other end has won the Defensive Player of the Year in Seville in 2016, 2012, so just as well as their offensive end will be, defensively I think is where the game can be won today, and it'll be who can stay disciplined, and of course when you look at the experienced heads, look at Sarah Booth now at 196 centimetres walking out onto the court. You know, she's played at the Boomers now for a season, and she joins the Cobras this season for the NBL1. And equally, as you mentioned, the WNBL calibre players at the other end, where it's Farnworth, of course, played a plethora of clubs across the WNBL and others. There should be no shortage of experience today.
They do rely heavily, I suppose, on Kilsyth, that it would appear, just looking at the minutes played, on a central few players, and that big four of Nicholson, Sassari, Wisher, and Booth. They do play a lot of minutes, those guys. So whereas Ringwood do tend to spread the minutes around a great deal.
I'm looking at the bench depth as well, whether it's someone like Alarogia coming off the bench who's put up sort of 8 points per game, which is a handy little contribution from her, or others. I think the endurance might come into it as well today when you look at Kilsyth, who played last night and obviously went down. I mean, how much could that affect them today? The starting fives for the two teams for Kilsyth, it's Kamak, Friders, Tassari, Wisher and Booth. The Hawks, Trotter, Farnworth, Mahalko, Mullins and Bone. Our referees today are Riley Brown, Brad Henshaw, Megan Wright. Just moments away from tip-off here. It's Ringwood taking on the Kilsyth Cobras. And so with the first possession, it is Kilsyth. Kamak looks towards Tassari either. The intercept, of course, came from the probable hands of Bone.
Great football there. Antonia Farnworth, one of those players with the NBL experience that I talked about.
Down the other end, it was Kamak who tried from long range as well. Couldn't get it to go.
Farnworth, of course, a Kiwi.
Yep, played at the national level. He's played, of course, for Dandenong, Bendigo, Adelaide, of course, amongst other clubs at WNBL level. Most recently at the Perth Lynx.
There's Mullins' strength.
A really strong start by Mullins off the glass. Good to be was fouled. Of course, joins us from the States this year. From Maryville in Arizona, she comes from.
It's Wisher that's picked up the foul, I think.
Yeah, this is a player that's played at multiple levels of international basketball. She played, of course, in Finland and Luxembourg, and she has that experience. It's one thing to bring in an import, but it's another one to bring in someone with the international experience already under her belt, and Mullins brings that, of course, averaging 16.5 points per game. She'll be solid today.
You'll see her play above her size too. I mean, she's really, really a strong player.
And she's going to have to match up against the player that just scored there in Sarah Booth.
Farnsworth again. In the paint this time, and knocks it down for 2.
It's a really strong start by Farnsworth. Booth again going to work in the paint. Mullins matching up. She turns to it, puts it in for 2.
Not much to be done about that one.
You expect to see a lot of that today. And Booth averaging around 12 points per game so far in the 3 matches they've played. It's been a strong start by the Cobras with a 4-point lead.
Great one there from Bone at the elbow. She's lost very little, I think, since coming back from a pretty serious knee injury last year.
Just inside the arc. Underneath, didn't get it to go, was Kamak. Fighting for the rebound. It's a jump ball cold. And it'll be Ringwood with the beneficiaries.
Yeah, she's already a problem in there for Ringwood, Booth.
Good work, guys. Go, Ringwood.
So it's Bone looking inside the pass. Just went behind it. Yeah. She's tough.
Sorry. Trotto just getting ahead of it there.
Desari looks to Booth. Mullins once again in the matchup. Now Kamak. Not presenting a lot in the end, but it's Desari. Across to Kamak again. She spots fighters. Another offensive rebound. Desari from outside. Looking to just peg back this margin, but couldn't get it to go. It's Wisher. Booth once again. She's been prolific. Pass towards Kamak, but it was a good defensive effort there.
So Halko, a couple of defensive rebounds already, I think, and that's not going to be something that's going to, I don't think it's going to be a policy they're going to be able to count on all day.
Both sides will obviously be looking to try and capitalise when they get those laneways to the basket. For example, you look at Booth, just turns to the basket, and with no one else to help, Mullins looking a little bit frustrated because Booth is such a strong player. I think she's got all 6 of their points so far.
Cassidy with an offensive rebound that time.
Their boxing out hasn't been as strong as they'd like so far, offering a lot of offensive rebounds at both ends.
Once again,
Booth with a couple of offensive rebounds, as I mentioned.
Yeah, these O-boards are killing Ringwood.
And Sarah Booth with all of the 8 points so far. Just has that extra bit of height on her, and probably going to hurt the Hawks today. So Mullins again on the left hand. Set up off the glass. For 2. There's 5 points now at that opening 3-point play. Good hustle by Bone. Now Booth again looking for more points. Puts it off the glass for 2. She has 10 points early on.
I think we'll see. I thought we were looking might be at a Ringwood timeout.
O'Donnell enters the court for the Cobras. And it'll be the experienced fighters who heads to the bench. Coming 36 years of age, she brings plenty of experience to the side.
Definitely some thinking to do in the defensive end for Ringwood. It's they've gotten really back into this, as you say, on the back of Booth's dominance or size down there in the paint. That said, we're looking at some. I think we're looking at a Ringwood side who's able to get their own offensive rebounds pretty consistently at the moment too. So both defences need to sharpen up there.
Sarah Booth is just going to work every single time.
But look at this end. There again, you see Mullings popping it away. So the big ones for both sides are really on top.
So Kamak looking inside again. The option has become so prevalent so far that sometimes it has to be conducive towards trying to force it a little bit into Booth. But now Booth heads to the bench. These will be useful rest minutes on the bench, and it will really be up to the Hawks now to capitalise.
It might be smart, the endurance that you mentioned before, having played last night. They're going to need to really use that bench cleverly.
Sorry, just managing to hold on to it. And what does she decide to do? It's in from the car park. Tasari puts it in for 3. Yeah, it's a great shot, my word. And the Cobras now with a 1-point lead. It was Booth who had 12 points initially, and Tasari just
forced to find other avenues now.
Joins in the ranks. Probably not the most speculative shots.
Dribble through the paint. This is Ringwood's go-to. Bone with the triple attempt. No.
They're shooting 1 from 5 threes. I'm not sure how much they should be trying to force those outside shots. They haven't been particularly successful so far. And so it's Tasari again.
It's a wide open
Wisher. A minute to go. Oh, Mullings, she's strong. He's fouled. It'll either be Tasari or Wisher. The foul's on Tasari. And Tasari following that foul heads to the bench in exchange for Hagefield.
Piper Goldie in for the Hawks. She's a former junior player here, and someone we're really proud of. Has made her way into these senior ranks, played some really valuable minutes. You'll find her really busy, really strong when she has the ball.
So Mullings can't get either of them to go at the free throw line. So Cobras now with another possession. 3 minutes to go in this first quarter. It's the Cobras leading by just a single point. It's been good basketball so far. It's a foul called.
Unlucky, I think.
So Mullings now heads to the bench. She goes there with 7 points. She's had a strong start.
Yep.
And Kilsyth just has to find someone to inbound to, and then it goes towards Downey. Now Haberfield gives it back to Downey. Looking inwards, Kamak.
Well, Halko, another one there who plays above her size. She really is that commander defensively, organising things from the paint, and doing a good job of that so far. Oh, Trotto there with what I thought was a foul. She's added something this year coming across from Nunawading last year, Trotto. Very athletic player, again strong with the ball, and she's getting a good go here at Ringwood, playing a lot.
That was another foul on Trotto, I believe. And that's her second personal foul.
Booth back in for the Cobras.
She matches up against the height of 19. Yeah, oh, inside. It was a good play on the possession, and she gets rolled around.
There's a good ball.
Haverfield just couldn't get it to go.
Good rebound from Martin there. It'll be interesting. This is an interesting matchup to see how the size of Moncton goes with Booth. Obviously, just Mully's separated by
the 3 centimetres, which let's see how it plays out. It'll be interesting. This is but instead it falls out of hand.
Has she got it? No. Oh, she's pulled up for the shot. Scaria 2 in for Ringwood, plays in the Indian national team.
So it's down. He gives it to Booth. Looking inside, it was a good spot from Kamak.
Farnworth. I love Farnworth's game today so far. She's really a handful on offence. And there again, not much to be done there, but really all over the...
Well, that's right. She had the pressure there.
Yeah.
But Downing, the captain, manages to go to work and put it off the glass with 2.
Very creative offensive player and proving a handful for the Cobras. Look at that. That's just getting the defence to collapse there and finding Cassidy out in the corner.
I'll go with her first points of the match. Finds it in the form of a long 3. That's the 5th turnover in this first quarter for the Cobras. It's mostly just come from those stray passes. Looking to go inward because they've been successful inside so far.
The sealed forward looks to be something they go to a bit. Oh, okay. Come on, Piper.
Good spot of Goldie. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound comes down in favour of the Hawks. In the film of Ogia. Another good shot from outside. It was Farnworth who capitalised, and now they go into this timeout with a 5-point lead. It's been strong basketball from both ends. And in terms of scoring, it's Mullings who had that 7 points early on. Started the match with a 3-point play. Farnworth now hitting the scoreboards as well.
Justified for Farnworth, but as I say, just too creative and looks dangerous when the ball's with her. She carries it just in front of the Ringwood bench there. When the ball's with her, it looks like something's about to happen. So, I think it's a good signs for her for the rest of the day.
I think it'll be interesting to see how Kilsyth go about this because, as we've mentioned several times now, they played last night against Bendigo. And 12 points. Those scores have come from Tassari and Downey.
Yep.
And look, I don't know how much they can get around single time. We know she's strong, but how far can she go into this match? So that will be the question. And whether or not someone like Wisher, who's shooting around 16 points per game, can really come into it. She's yet to hit the scoreboard so far. And to restart this match with 46 seconds remaining, it's Tassari.
Alison Downey there in for the Cobblers.
Tassari looks back and finds Downey.
Yes.
So Ogia now with the ball for the Hawks. Pass it on to Farnworth, who scored that 3 just before he had that timeout. Directing traffic. Now with 8 seconds remaining on the shot clock, Lion King sets the on ball. Booth, lateral movement. Bit of a double team, lets Goldie open. Oh, they've used every second of the shot clock. Couldn't get it to go. It was a good play though.
I think that'll see us out. Those last couple of minutes from Lion King were promising. The body size there both gives Mullings the rest, of course, but also it looks to be a pretty comparable match for Booth.
Yeah, that's right. Perhaps doesn't offer quite the offensive calibre that Mullings does down the other end, but really it's a defensive game. This one trying to stop someone like Sarah Booth, who has that 12 points that came really early on. She's shooting 85% from the field, so she's only found one rare miss, and
well, it looks like we'll get to see a bit of them play. They'll get to play a few minutes together here, Mine King and Mullings. So
yeah,
that'll be an interesting mix.
Of course, Tim Motton, the coach, been around for many years. You'll know the best way to approach this. They've found 5 points of the lead in this first quarter.
We'll be back here in about a minute and a half's time.
And so we're back in action here for this second quarter. It is the Ringwood Hawks with a nice 5-point lead. The 5 for the Hawks. Mullings looks to Goldie, and of course also Malco out there. Mine King, Ogia.
Who's got that? It's a Ringwood ball.
Malco, the inbounder. Wisconsin-born. Joined Ringwood last year. And now she puts up a 3. We'll get it to go.
Oh, Mullings with grab back. And, unlucky not to drop. I do like this 5 for Ringwood. Really like the hustle of Piper Goldie. Mixed with the experience of those bigs there. And I really like this idea of Mine King and Mullings getting. Look at that. That's a shot from Booth from well outside range, the range that she was getting to in the first quarter.
Well, this is right. Mine King, has a higher hand, and so it's going to force Sarah Booth to just alter her shot ever so slightly, and that one wasn't really even looked like a chance for Booth. So if they can force those shots, it'll go a long way towards the Hawks' success today. Goldie now. Oh, slipped out of court. So it's Desari matching up against Goldie. It's an exciting little matchup.
Yeah, it is.
So heading baseline, it's Desari's fouled. So she'll head to the line for 2 free throws.
Did you see who the foul was on there, Tyson?
I'm not sure. The way they were getting around Goldie, it could have been her, but
unlucky, I would have thought.
So she can't make the first.
I would say an uncharacteristic miss for Tsari.
She makes the second of the 2. That one looks much better. She has 4 points now. Putting up around 8 per game so far, and now that's again Malco. Overboard by the 17-year-old Ogia. Mullings into the paint, and looks to Goldie. Mahalco again. Steps back. Two defenders there. The pass to Mullings just fell out of hand. Comes back down in favour of the Doji now. With 1 second remaining on the shot clock off the glass. Couldn't get it to go. And it's another early board, and they'll have another 14 seconds to work with. Oh, it's the basket against the two. She's hurt her ankle. Yeah. But she seems to be okay. So heads the line for one more. It was a nice play. They had a couple of possessions to work with there.
Well, Tim Motton will be delighted with that. They're getting minutes into the younger players. Ogier and Goldie both teaming up there to, you know, Goldie driving to collapse the defence strongly and Ogier diving strongly. So these two looking like they feel like they belong.
Ogier, of course, represented the country at national level. Sister Jenna plays over at Fresno State in the US. Very strong basketball family. She definitely looks to be battling with that ankle. Motton will be looking to get her from the court, I'd say. No, she's not moving freely at all. That's Goldie again. Okay. Lion King trying to set a screen. Rolls to the basket. Oh, does she receive it? She does inside the paint. Puts it up. It didn't have enough on it. Tasari now on the left hand. Looked all right, but just couldn't get it high enough. Oh, Cassidy had no right to get that. Yeah, no, she fought for it well. Ogier again matches up against Booth. And the pass was just a bit off. Okay. And both teams will come in for Ogier here. Yeah. What do we got on the Kilsyth side? Booth takes a rest, as does... It was O'Donnell, I think. Yeah, it is O'Donnell. The Fighters is back out there. She finds the match up in Miking as well. Kamak. There's a foul called off the ball. Sorry, heading to the floor. Number 11. And Mullings called there. Last thing Ringwood needs is Mo in foul trouble. So second personal foul. Wanting to make sure she stays disciplined throughout the remainder of this second quarter. It's a good spot over the top. It's Tasari again. Goldie. Yeah, she's been a defensive piece of work so far. Yeah, look at this. Yeah. Forces a wide pass. Very disciplined. Gets the position well. Really low centre of gravity. Just makes it work, and she'll head to the bench for a well-deserved rest. Yep. Sutrotto back in. And Ravi Kumar, another one who's taken a similar trajectory to Piper Goldie, coming through the Ringwood Youth League side. Trotto there unable to pull down the one-handed rebound. So Mathers diving to the basket. Oh, almost got the hand to it. And now it's Kamak who tries for three. She couldn't get it to go, and she remains scoreless so far, even though she's averaging around 11 points per game. And now it's Tasari. And from three, it was Wisher. It's a good hand by Mullings. She tries again. Yeah. I think Funwood could have done more there on the attack there on the rebound. And Malco not spotting the pass coming from Kumar. Probably the turnovers stacking up for both teams. So Sarah Booth ran to the court. It looks like that's the pattern. Short, sharp burst for Booth. Sub each quarter. It's another foul. Oh, that's the third team foul. It's on Ravi Kumar. So looking inwards to Booth again, double teamed. Gets her out, and it's a travelling violation called. It was well done by Mahalko and Mullings. Because we're all over it. Their eyes lit up. You can see the eyes light up in the players there. Get her with the ball double teamed out in the corner. You're going to force her to do something she doesn't want to, and they did in that case, and now they have the ball because of it. Okay, Farnworth turning. Pulls up from inside the paint. Very reliable in that situation. And a 85-point contribution so far, including 1 free ball. It's another 2 points there. So Booth sets the on ball. Gives some room
That's
for
a problem. Yeah, the switch on the screen there is going to be a problem. You've got phone work outsized.
A little bit outsized. And that's a 14 foul now.
Yeah.
Which means they have about 5 minutes of foul trouble to deal with. So Kamak inwards towards Tasari, and now it's Wisher again. Gives it off to Kamak. Inside it's Fighters. It's to Tasari. Kicking an outside shot early on. They've got 3 seconds remaining on the shot clock. It's 2 points for Fighters. That's her second 2-ball. And she's going to make a nice contribution, you imagine, for the Cobras today as well.
First time we've seen Spillane today. Minutes been in decline the last couple of years for her here at Ringwood, but still a very handy contributor. Great
intercept there by
steal
Riley.
there, yes.
Malco with a nice offensive board, puts it off the glass for 2 points.
It's great positioning from Cassidy Mahalko. Knows, that's a wide open layup. Oh. Just got caught napping there, the Ringwood defence.
It's another foul on Mullins, is it?
Yeah.
That's going to be a third personal foul. I said that she'd want to be disciplined. Yeah. That one was a little bit of a tough one because she had to do something, but it's resulted in a foul and she'll head to the bench.
Yeah, I think she might have conceded that one more. In reflection, she might think conceding that one was a better idea.
Wisher at the line, can't get that one to go, and now they've shot 1 from 4 from the line. We'll want to find a remedy for that. They want to peg back this lead. And she makes the second of the 2. And so she has her first point for the afternoon. Of course, averaging around 16 points per game, so had a bit of a quiet one so far, but she might come alive in the second half. And now it's Ravi Kumar at the top. To Mine King, and now Mahalko. She has 5 points. Can she make it 8? She certainly does.
That's something Kilsyth don't want to see is Cassidy get hot from long range.
So Tasari rolling off the screen. Get it to go.
That'll be a Ringwood ball.
So Downey re-enters the court. She played 4.5 minutes. Might chop another 4 minutes here, you imagine.
Yeah.
Ravi Kumar going to work, heads inside the paint. Spots Mahalko again, free from the perimeter. And she gets it to go once again. Hit 2 threes in quick succession. Oh, it's a foul call. It was Wisher heading towards the ground.
Just tossing it up there, really, Wisher, I think. No. Fouled on the run, so...
Referee Ryan just reminding Motten to stay nice and composed on the bench. And now
so free throws for Wisher.
It's a little bit of a warning. Makes the first. Malco now with 13 points. She had just the 3 in the first quarter. She's down another 10 in the second quarter, and now it's a strong 9-point lead in favour of the Hawks. Spillane in the right hand. The pass inwards met the body of Downey. Falls down in favour of the Cobras. Tasari gives it off.
Kamak.
It's Kamak. Heading baseline.
That's great from Mine King, just getting over the back. A trailing hand.
It's a commitment you have to make because if you're going to leave Booth open, you have to go at it hard, and she certainly did. And Booth, all I was just speaking of, gets the intercept now, and the Cobras have another one to work with. From 3, it was Kamak. She couldn't get it to go. Wisha just applying a little bit of defence up the court, but Farnworth now from 3. It's a foul call. It's an offensive foul. So the 3 ball won't count. Johnson timeout taken for the Cobras. Of course, they're led into battle by Coach Woosman. It's his 6th season of coach. He won Coach of the Year in Seaval in 2016, as well as Basketball Victoria Coach of the Year in 2016. She has an 85-26 win-loss record. One of the best coaches you'll find in the women's game around Victoria. And,
I've liked this last couple of minutes from Wisha. I think her size is troubling Ringwood a little bit. She's quite tall for playing in that guard position, and she's getting to the glass well. So it'll be worrying me as a Ringwood fan here. I think Tassari could be doing a little. I don't think they're quite getting enough from Tassari at the moment, Kilsyth.
That's right. She joined the Bendigo bench in the WNBL to Tassari. Equally, Wisha spent 3 years at the Hobart Chargers in Seaval, spent some time over at the University of San Diego, Perth Lynx, the WNBL in 2015.
I don't think she's scoring, is she? What's she got there, Tassari?
Tassari, she's down 4 points so far, shooting 1 from 4 from the field.
And one was at long range.
Yeah, that's right. She had the 1 free throw, and then you combine that with the 3-point shot from the car park.
Just the danger, for me, the danger's not there when she has the ball at the moment, that's all.
And so now with 2.5 minutes remaining in this second quarter, it's Ringwood with a 9-point lead. Boots with the ball. Tassari, can she go again from 3? It was too short. And it's a nice ball to Mahalko, the beneficiary.
Wish she's going to the bench after I wrapped her, pump her up during the timeout.
Avi Kumar gives it off now. He hands to Spillane. Mahalko now with some space at the baseline. Hits the glass.
A bit of a heat check there, I think, from Mahalko. That was probably not the shot they were looking to get out of that play.
Now it's Bone who enters the court. She's played just 6.5 minutes or so. She's had some impact though. She's found 2 points of her own as well. So Kamak puts it off the glass, gets it to go for 2 points. Looked likely when she was given that laneway towards the basket. She was going to find a score, and she certainly did. It's all about finding the balance on who to put the most pressure on at the defensive end for Ringwood, because they have a lot of scoring options. And now Spillane, what does she do? Mahalko presents at the elbow.
Very smart player, Cassidy Mahalko. No good. She might just look to wait for the more open ones.
So it's Mathers presenting inside, turns to the basket, off the glass, couldn't get it to go. 19 brought it down, but only as far as the foot.
Good defensive effort there. Bone coming to the help of Mahalko, the undersized Mahalko in that instance.
And 14 seconds to work with to bring back this 7-point margin. Booth looking to do that. Can't. Tassari brings in the board.
Very good work from Tassari.
Kamak, Booth setting the on-ball screen. Does she roll to the basket? She certainly does. Kamak now just backing her way in. She spots Mathers. And now Tassari with just 1 second away. No run out of time here. No, off the glass. And she gets it to go for 2 points. In the dying moments of the shot clock.
Well, that'll teach me to talk down Tassari. She's gone very strongly to the glass on the left hand there.
Another strong body. And now it's back to 5 points. Bone. Tassari comes to present for the defense. In the corner was Spillane. The rebound
following up too.
There's only just over 1 possession really remaining in this first half of basketball. Downey gives it to Tassari again. Inside it's Mathers. She has a couple of defenders to work with. Decides to go to the basket, and that's probably the result you'd expect with
7 seconds
an oversaturated keyway. And the pass was a ways off. And so Cobras now 3.1 seconds to work with.
Scaria returning to the floor for these last few seconds.
Spillane
making way.
So can they get a score with just 3.1 seconds remaining? The inbound to Sarah. She puts it up over the hand of Bone. It was far too short, and I think Bone didn't get her hands around. That draws to a close this first half of basketball. 34 points for the Ringwood Hawks in that first half, and Kilsyth providing 29 points. The scores for Ringwood, Wells Mahalko, who found 13 points in that first half of basketball, 10 of which came in that second quarter. She came alive. Farnworth, of course, has 8 of her own down the other end. Booth just left scoreless in that second quarter.
I think the combination, the early combination of Monking and Mullings worked quite well to put her just put her off her game a little bit, and perhaps gave confidence to the rest of the Ringwood defenders in the latter half of the quarter. Ringwood probably probably just not hitting the scoreboard well enough in the second half of that quarter to capitalise on a pretty I wouldn't say a dominant, but they were certainly on top the whole for most of the half. What are the highlights you got there in the stats sheet?
Yeah, well, I'm just looking at rebound count is fairly even. Both teams with, probably too many offensive rebounds than they'd like to let up. Ringwood with 10, Kilsyth Cobras with 9, 25 rebounds to 23. There's been probably as well too many turnovers for both teams. Cobras with 10 and Ringwood with 9. So they're the two things that they'd probably want to remedy, and to just really capitalise when they're at the offensive end, and throwing away some stray passes is not going to help. At the free throw line, Ringwood have shot 1 from 4. Kilsyth a little bit better, 4 from 7. So they just want to tighten the screws a little bit in this second half. Ringwood have put up 13 threes, made 5 of them. Kilsyth have put up 8 and made just the 1. So you mentioned how strong their inside game is. Will they want to just focus on that heading into this third quarter?
Yeah.
Both teams had a 6-point scoring run, and of course the Hawks led by as much as 18 at one point, and now it's just 5 points as we head into the half-time break. And it's, of course, been a strong start by the Hawks.
All right, well, you'll see us back here in about 8 minutes' time. Go make a cup of tea, I suppose. And we're just under a minute out from a resumption of play here at the Rings. It's Ringwood 34, leading the visiting Kilsyth Cobras 29. So it's a pretty good tussle here at the Rings. Neither side out of it. Neither side on the scoreboard at least right on top. I'd say Ringwood probably not capitalising on some pretty good play in that first half.
That's right, Adrian. It's been a strong start by both teams in some ways, but in other ways there's also been a frustrating start because they just haven't been able to capitalise, as you mentioned. It's funny because, the Hawks have pretty much been leading for most of the game, and yet it feels like in some ways the Cobras just menacing the whole way, just on their tail. And now at half-time it's just 5 points difference. As I mentioned prior to the half-time break, is that the Hawks did lead at one stage by 11. That wasn't too long ago, and now the Cobras just 5 points the difference. And so as we start this third quarter,
same starting five for Ringwood.
Interesting to see what the coaches have said at half-time and how that comes to be executed in this third quarter. It's a strong defensive start by the Hawks.
Farnworth
forcing the Kilsyth Cobras into the back court. So O'Donnell gives it off to Wisher. Wisher off the glass, couldn't get to go. Mulling to the first rebound.
That's the strength of Wisher that I was mentioning before. Just a big body, tall.
Going now just inside the perimeter. Going to go for 2 points.
Oh, just inside.
Yeah, got to get those toes behind. Mullings now with 4 rebounds. And so Tassari presents at the top.
Bone getting caught behind a screen there.
And so Mullins now with a 4th personal foul. That's a tough one because he's off the ball too. Siders and Mullins both head to the floor.
And coach,
an immediate substitution.
Tim Motton responding immediately, and Scaria back onto the court for Mullings.
Tim Motton just wanted to clarify that call, and now at the baseline it's Cobras. Again, Kamak looking for an inbound. Eventually finds one, but it wasn't a good one because Trotto got a hand to it. Farnworth kicks it onwards.
Trotto, just couldn't get the hand
way to the basket, and as has been the case a few times, just unable to capitalise when they looked out.
Quite frustrating, as you say, Tyson. That should have been an easy basket for Ringwood.
Now Tassari. That's Wisher. Forced by Scaria to just make a bit of a wayward pass. And now heading inside, off the glass. It's another missed opportunity for the Cobras. O'Donnell couldn't get it to go from the glass.
Farnworth from long range and can't get it to go.
She's already put in 2 threes as Farnworth, so she has the confidence. But also with 8 points, trying to make 11, but couldn't on that occasion.
Ringwood will get the ball back after a jump called. O'Donnell was falling on the ball for Kilsyth and being surrounded.
Bone from Halko. Now Farnworth. She tries again from 3. This time it was better, and she gets to 11 points this time around.
Just needed that, just a little bit of space, and they're very reliable.
Now it's 10 points for margin so quickly.
So that'll be a worry with Mahalko and Farnworth both heating up from 3. It's going to be something Kilsyth need to look at.
Farnworth averaging 23 points so far this season in their 2 wins.
2 hands there, I think. Jackie.
Farnworth trying again from 3. This time it was too far to the left and comes down.
I think she looks settled there or balanced.
No. It would have hurt the Cobras if it had landed though. And so Tassari again. Good off to Kamak. Going to present the screen, it's Fighters. And now Wisher. They're using their whole 24 seconds yet again. And Fighters is fouled, so they're to the line for 2.
Scaria it was.
Miley Brown making the call. Now Off the bench, it's Downey. Just played around 8.5 minutes, comes back on.
Surprising to see Scary replace Mullings there. What was Mind King in some foul trouble as well?
Let me have a look. She has one personal foul, just Mind King.
I wonder what the thinking is there. It hasn't really hurt yet. I suppose Booth being off the floor probably was the key decision.
She comes back on, almost falls off the chair, and we're entering the court now with Booth, which is slightly embarrassed by her. And yeah, maybe you'd expect Mike King. Trotto just broke the line, but it goes in anyway. And now Booth re-enters the court, and the Ringwood coaches just having some discussions amongst themselves. And as you called, Mike King now heads to the bench and says, "I'll come on, thanks." It's fairly sort of expected scenario to play out, and now 8 points is what separates in favour of the Ringwood Hawks. Jasari applying some defence up the court. Booth retreats back towards Mike King.
I love the confidence of Bone when she carries the ball that way. She just really helps their team just walk a little bit taller. The ball coming with such confidence. I love it.
The Farnworth puts it in for more points. Now it's 13. And in the corner,
wide open corner 3.
There's Kamak, couldn't get it to go.
Could have been a little bit stronger, Mind King there.
Wisher with just 3 points so far. The foul calls.
That's Booth's foul.
That's just her first personal. So you contrast that with Mullings at the other end. Now sits on the bench with 4 personal fouls. Be interesting to see what sort of effect that has in this final 2 periods of play.
And again with marshalling duties is Mihalko with the ball now. Farnworth on the turn. Can't make it happen.
And she's shooting around 40% from the field at this stage. And
that's Farnworth?
Yep. Including 3 perimeter threes. And now hitting baseline. It's an offensive foul called.
Bone just too clever. Running back in line with the player there. Just too clever.
Kamak looking none too pleased, but it seemed that way. She was set. Now O'Donnell looking to come on, but they'll have to wait until the next whistle. So it's Bone again.
Yeah, her confidence obviously growing here. She looks on her way to the glass
nice
too.
pass to Mind King, and off the glass. Can't get it to go again, unfortunately, for Mind King. Had just the 2 points so far. It's another foul call, this time on Bone. It's a team's 3rd foul to this 3rd quarter. Both teams a little bit loose so far in this 3rd quarter with their fouls.
No indication from the bench on the number of fouls Bones had here. They look like they're going to look for some clarification from the bench. That's gone. Farnworth on the end of it. Oh, Mahelko, can she get the handle? She did, and foul.
Oh, she had to free throw line. Kasari pleading with the referee that she was pushed out of the way, but she was the one that let go of it in the first place, so it was the Hawks who were the beneficiaries in the end, and at the line it's Malco looking to capitalise.
Easy one with the first. I'll make the second one drop in Booth with the easy rebound.
Back out for the largest lead, they've had 11 points halfway through this 3rd quarter. And so Wisher gives it off to Booth, just directing some traffic.
Rolls to the basket pretty well, Booth.
Downey spots her. There's 3 defenders to work with. And so
She ran into them. She had a couple of metres on the roll, but ran into 3 Ringwood defenders there.
Wisher now with the ball in the transition. Just retreats ever so slightly. Finds her side. O'Donnell. Another rebound. She draws the foul as well. It was well played by Malco. The 14th foul. That time it was on Downey.
I do think a little unlucky there, Alison Downey, as Mahalko turned her into the foul.
That's right, she definitely drew it well. And so it's
replacing Bone.
And so, as I mentioned, the largest lead they've had, 11 points, and can they extend it? King presents at the elbow, Farnworth. What does she do? Gives it to Ravi Kumar now from 3. It was too short, and well, I think Ruth was sort of keeping her eye on Nine King because obviously the bigger body, and that just left Trotto underneath to just scoop it up. Like
she did, didn't she? She sneaked in underneath the arching arms of Booth. I don't think she bounced before she had the ball.
Yeah, that's right. And so Ogia enters the court in exchange for a woman who's been very strong so far with 14 points in Malco.
None this quarter though. Was that her half-time score, I think?
She hit 1 free throw, so she had 13, and she's come out and hit a free throw in this.
Trotto makes the first and the second. 13 points.
Ogia strong there. She seemed to hurt her ankle in that first half of play, but she's looking pretty strong out there now.
Wisher again, strong on the left hand.
Ogia and Booth fighting for the rebound. In fact, there was a few Ringwood rebounders in there.
Wisher pulled up a little bit short from mine. I think a stronger attack on the rim might have been called for there to make the Ringwood defenders think a little bit more about it.
Now it's Kamak who enters the court in exchange for Tassari, who's had just the 6 points so far. Been fairly quiet. Of course, she does all the ball handling work though, so she's been in amongst the plays, no doubt. Oh, left wide open. It was well done by Wisher.
Oh dear, just a little inexperience there, switching at the wrong moment.
The Hawks just looking a little bit out of sorts there for a moment. But now recompose themselves here. Ogia kicks it into Nine King. Back out again. Trotto, Ravi Kumar now. Farnworth, she's hit 3 threes, makes it 4 as Farnworth. Yep. And wow, she's really come alive in this third quarter.
And shooting, like she quite clearly doesn't need the space at the moment.
She's 4 from 8. She's hit 50% of her 3 balls. If you're hitting at that sort of percentages, they are a high percentage shot.
Yeah.
And so Booth, well done there by Trotto.
Now on the break. Ogia waiting for the ball at 3-point range.
Just a bit loopy. With the defender there. Ogia had some space underneath.
Oh, Farnworth can do it all at the moment.
Too many offensive boards at both ends of the play.
Trotto for another 3. There she goes.
This time Trotto puts it in for 3. And rightly so, Kilsyth will take a timeout because it's right out to 17 points now. The longest margin the Ringwood Hawks have had to work with.
Yeah.
Now with 3 minutes remaining in this third quarter, they're looking very strong. So even though Mullins headed to the bench with those 4 personal fouls, it hasn't seemed to affect them too much.
I think there are just those little signs at the moment, Tyson, of a tiring Kilsyth side. As I said, the Wishes one with Wishes pulling up early there, I think was a sign of a little bit of tiredness, and perhaps even the Booth. Booth just getting caught short there where Trotto sneaked in for the rebound was another one for me. So I think we're seeing little cracks there.
So one thing that Ringwood has really managed to do in these last 2 periods of play, I mean, in the first quarter we saw how well Booth was playing with 12 points early on. Yeah, they're forcing bad shots, and Claire Kamak, for example, who's been shooting around 11 points per game, is shooting at 10% from the field. So she's being forced to take some shots that she would otherwise not like to. Wisher 14% from the field. So, you know, when you're shooting at those sort of percentages from players that you expect to hit the score line hard, it's going to leave you a little bit out of sorts, and that's what we've seen. And as you mentioned, of course, looking a little bit tired, having played Bendigo last night and going down by 6 points. They have to be extracting every part of their endurance.
So they're going small here with Booth on the bench and Wisher as well. So Booth and Wisher, they're sort of bigger sized bodies, both on the bench at the moment. I think it'll be Downey to play the 5, probably.
Downey just saying to referee Riley Brown, what was the go there? Of course, she was forced to pass into the back court in some ways. Kilsyth maintained possession, and now it is the 4th team foul for the Hawks in this 3rd quarter. Trotto heads to the bench. It's Scaria who takes her place on the court. And now with the inbound, it's Kamak. Get off to O'Donnell. So what can they do with 5 seconds remaining on the shot clock? O'Donnell gives it off. It's Mathers. She turns to the basket in what was probably not the desired shot option. Rolls around and puts it in for 2. Those are the sort of ones you've just got to get with a bit of luck to bring you back into this game when you're down by 17 points. Now 15. Ogia pushes off with some room. Gives the ball to Scaria. She steps inside, take the shot, and make the second one to go. So
Mathers, a late addition to our sheets today.
She's put up 5 points per game so far this season. Yet to miss a shot, actually, believe it or not. And now it's Fighters. Gives it off. And Downey just inside the corner and just pleading with the referee again. And so it's 13 points. We've done well in this last little section of play following a timeout. Coach Rusman obviously giving a few words, travelling violation to be the call, and it is.
She saw a gap there, maybe just didn't have the hold or the confidence to get up.
Matching up against some bigger bodies, Ravi Kumar, 167 centimetres, 21 years of age. And she's certainly got a good defensive play.
She should be right this time.
Off the glass, she gets to go for 2 points, but of course, is perhaps the biggest story right now.
Great pressure from Ravi Kumar there.
Is that
Kamak is it injured? And she'll go to the bench here. Tasari replacing her.
Worse for wear after Ravi Kumar took the ball. And so Downey is waiting for the screen to come, gives it off to Fighters, and now to Sari, back on the court. She had a long 3 early on, tries not to go this time. Now on the right hand, hooks it over, and it's well done by Mine King. It's out of court. And so the Ringwood Hawks, of course, through the hands of Scaria, will have a chance with 1 minute remaining to get another score, push it out even further, and the 15 points currently stands between the two teams. Farnworth, Downey applying the defense. Mine King with the on-ball, rolls to the basket. Scaria looked at her for a moment and decides to go to Ravi Kumar. Ravi Kumar was a nice pass with some space. Scaria.
Hodges just
well done by Downey.
Pleading for the ball in the corner. Couldn't get there.
A chance to go 2 for 1 here for Kilsyth. Oh, left with some room too. Underneath is fouled. O'Donnell makes the 2. She'll head to the line for 1 more. That was on Farnworth. And now, Malco, woman who's shot 14 points so far, will take the place of Scaria on the court. It's a first personal foul for Farnworth. And So she completes the three-point play. That's a tough pill to swallow for Ringwood when they were out by as much as 17 points now.
30 seconds to play. Possession, 2 possessions here. Looks like Farnworth. Mahalko gets it up.
Well done by Malco. Again, finds more points, moves to 16, and now they have just 12 seconds to work with.
We'll just see the one. Tasari looking for the on ball. Mindful, well done.
So they're left with just a single second.
I think she broadcast her intentions there to Tasari too early.
And so the court wipers will come on momentarily. And it'll be Downey to inbound from the baseline. You can see some tired bodies out there just trying to eke out their last bit of endurance in this final second of play in the third quarter. It's 14 points the difference. Who does Downey elect to go with? In the corner, it's Tasari for 3. It was too short. Downey tried her best with the putback, but in the end, they're going to three-quarter time. Ringwood Hawks flex their muscles even further. It was 5 points in half-time. Now 14 points the difference. And they've done well to just push out the lead, and now have a couple of minutes to recover and come out in this fourth quarter and look to finish the job.
Yeah, I think we're seeing a tiring Kilsyth side, travelling with a bench of just 4, I think. They're going to be flagging. I think it's Ringwood from here for me, Tyson.
Well, Booth, of course, had 12 points in that first quarter, and as we've said a few times...
Unsighted in the last 5 or 6 minutes, I think.
Yep, and she's been left scoreless in the last 2 periods. Yeah. She only has the 2 fouls, so that's probably not the reason prohibiting her.
No, Mavis getting a lot more minutes there at the end there, so I think, but the second half of that quarter, we should have definitely relied on Taylor Mathers over Booth.
Mullings, of course, has four personal fouls. She's a woman averaging 17 points per game. She's only put up 7 so far, but they haven't really needed her in some ways because Farnworth has hit the scoreboard with 16 points. Mahalko's found 16 of her own as well, including 3 balls.
They've sort of matched each other in waves, haven't they? When Farnworth went out of it, Mahalko was there to pick up the slack, and vice versa. Each of them getting hot in turn.
Neither team has found much from their bench players, but someone like Alison Downey, of course, provides a defensive threat. She's put up 4 points, and she's dragged in a few rebounds as well. She's put in 3 rebounds.
Yeah.
Mathers put in 4 rebounds herself. Of course, for Ringwood, Athene Mahalko.
Wisher was a starter?
7 rebounds. Wisher was a starter. Yep.
You know, I've liked Alison Downey's game since the more minutes she's played. She seems to be growing in confidence as the match evolves. She's certainly very vocal in that third quarter. And I have liked Odgers off the bench for Ringwood. I just like to see her playing, really.
Kilsyth also with 16 turnovers. They'd be wanting to just tighten that up again in this final quarter. So it's 14 points the difference. Downey again with the ball, the captain. Gives it to Sarah Booth. Now to Sari with some space. Ravi Kumar closing out. The 3 wouldn't go, but she has her own rebound in the end. So they have another 14 seconds to work with.
There's a real energy in Booth at the moment. The rest that she's... there's a heavy clash. The rest that she's had might have done her some good.
Well, they're not out of it with 14 points the difference, so... It's worth coming out with some enthusiasm to see what they can eke out.
What is she going? Oh, might have had the room that she worked for so hard for in the end. Good defence.
It was a good board by Fighters. Off the glass, couldn't get to go. A couple of offensive rebounds now. And then it was O'Donnell for
the experience of Fighters there. Determined to run the length of the court for that rebound.
Gosh, that's like 4 or 5 offensive rebounds now for Kilsyth in this phase of play. And they just keep having another go at it. Of course, they prefer scores than rebounds, but given every opportunity. Downey now. She has the perimeter.
A beautiful shot. The form of her shot is terrific.
34 years of age. She's played in the WNBL for many years, starting right back at the Dandenong Rangers in the year 2000. She's, of course, played for the Carlton Blues in the AFLW as well, so she's a well-rounded athlete. Now gathers the defensive rebound. to Desari. Booth had that left hand out in the air, but now it's O'Donnell who finds Booth, not where she's accustomed to shooting from.
Monking will be happy to have her there.
Yep. And now Downey, can she score again? This time from outside the perimeter, falls to the ground. Desari, a little awkward, puts it up, get it to go. Booth knocks it down. A couple of offensive rebounds.
Another one. I think, look, and Downey with the ball again. She's become a very important player for Kilsyth in these last 10 or 15 minutes, I think. And I think it may be a key to them coming back if they're going to. Halco now pulls it back out. And the Ringwood Hawks will set up.
Something like 19 or 20 offensive rebounds. 8 of which
on the roll. Oh, Mahalco blow.
That's so much space. That was the rebound. Can't get it over the hands of Booth. She knocks it out of the way. And now it's Desari, outnumbered. It's inwards to Booth. Farnworth applying the defense on her. Now it's Downey from 3.
Just must be stronger Monking there.
I suppose someone off the bench that could come on is maybe Trotto to stop those rebounds, which keeps that coming down to the Cobra. At this stage, she remains on the bench. So with 1 second remaining, they run out of time on the shot clock. Now,
and the change is made, but not in the form that you suggested.
Well, that's probably a decent alternative if you want to exhaust her final foul. If she can be disciplined, she can play out this final 7 minutes. But she takes off Monking.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
You know, what sort of a difference will that have? Probably not as much as they'd like. At the defensive end in terms of stopping those offensive rebounds. But of course, it still remains a 12-point game. So as many shots as they have, if they're not going in, it doesn't really change much. Malco, Booth applying the defense.
I do think we'll see Trotto and Bone again before the game's done.
Pusher matches up on OG and now Mahalco. Farnworth, I think she had her foot on the line, so it'll be a 2, but she can't get it to go. Mahalco gathers the rebound, and just as the Kilsyth Cobras are doing, the ring.
Very uncharacteristic miss there, Mahalco. If she's got the ball there, that's
there's a good jump there too, so it gets close to the ring, but that time it was just bounced off the rim. It comes down, of course, they have another possession here. Now Mullings working our way to go one, spins a couple of ways. And a chance to bring it back now. The Cobras, maybe it could be 9 points if they find an outside shot. Goes into Booth, but it was well done by Ravi Kumar and Mullings combining to stop anything from Booth. Yeah, well done by OG. Turns back to the basket, can't get it to go again. And these missed shots are just starting to hurt a little bit for both teams.
Hodge, I think, found herself in more space than she had that she thought in the end. The defence just falling away.
Kilsyth shooting 29% from the field. Ringwood shooting 36% from the field. So not entirely impressive numbers, but that missed shot from Mullings won't help either. And so Booth matches up. It's a one-on-one to Mullings. Booth once again can't find a score.
Just making something out of nothing there. I think she'd be wise to pull it out here. Give Barnworth a hit at it. Oh. I'd like to think the Ringwood side would have the smart heads here and slow it down a little bit. Let's see them take their 24 each time.
And now from 3, it was Kamak. She couldn't get it to go. There's a nice crowd filing in for these 2 matches this afternoon. Heavily skewed towards the Ringwood team, of course, but of course you get when you're playing at the rings. Foul choice line for 2, the first foul of this final quarter.
Booth just overcommitting there. That's tight. That's tired.
Yeah. Trying to find the easiest option to halt the offensive play, but in the end it results in a foul and Halco out the line.
So we see just 4.5 minutes from Booth there before she's retired to the bench. So I think we are seeing an admission of what is a tough couple of games on the run here for Kilsyth.
Now, if they can't find a way back, will be just 1 from 4, having beaten the COE in the first round. So they need to find something throughout the remainder of the season to try and get these wins. But at the moment, it's 14 points to difference in favour of the Hawks. It's a foul call.
A whistle. Farnworth, I think. Off the ball.
That would be just a second. Yep, it is. So Kamak now from the sideline. Downey, the captain, kicks it onwards towards Wisher. Now Fighters looking inward again. As has been the case with those vultures around. Just knocks it out and the Hawks have another chance here. Ravi Kumar looks back to Mullings.
Hodges will shoot. Just a little bit off balance too. Could have just got down, got her feet in a better position there, I think.
Mothers knocked it out of court, so we'll give the Hawks another position. So Ravi Kumar kicks onwards to Malco. Noja looks inside to Mullings. She's hustling to the basket. She's a strong body, kicks it out to Ravi Kumar. Steph Curry-like. Can't get it to go, as you'd expect. And now it's Downey. Gives it off to Kamak. And now it's Wisher, steps inside the area. Can't get it to go.
Just lost sight of it there, Mullings.
They're 28% field goal shooting.
Good work there from Taylor Mathers to get the foul and the shot up.
Taylor Mathers, another big body, 188 centimetres, 26 years of age. So the referee's just
a little confusion over the fouling player there. And a nice looking free throw too. Mullings with the rebound, and there'll be Ravi Kumar to play general here. Hodger with the pass into Mullings.
Well done by Mullings, draws the foul. That's it in for 2, short line for 1 more. The Kilsyth defence just looked a little bit out of sorts, just trying to work out who was switching and who wasn't. And in the end, it left Mullings with a bit of a lane way to the basket and draws the foul.
Very smart basketball brain there, Roger, with the for such a young head on her shoulders.
So Kamak gives it off to Downey. Kasari sitting in the interchange, ready to come on. And Mathers. Now Downey looking back inside. Kamak.
With the help there, really important. Was never getting out to the three-point line and was never getting up.
And so Taylor Mathers now heads to the bench. 3.5 minutes remaining. They have 6 seconds to work with on the shot clock. Downey presents. Gives it out. It's Fighters now. Oh, it was well done by Fighters. Back on that right hand. Off the glass. Push it in for 2 points. Fighters has played it a well-rounded game today. She's putting 6 points, which is above her average.
Another 2 for Farnworth. I think she's put in a lot today. She's out on her feet, but still making those buckets.
18 points. To Sari. Oh, Ravi Kumar has just been hustling in defense.
Sari, good vision there to find the corner.
Kamak couldn't get it to go. Now it's Farnworth, the New Zealand national player. Downey matches up on it. Mullings comes to set an on ball. In the corner of Godja. Right hand looks across to Ravi Kumar. She drives towards the basket, tried to give it off to Ojo with just a couple of seconds remaining on the shot clock, and now it's Tasari with the ball for Kilsyth. It came off the defensive foot. Shot from Wisher. Here we go.
Again, Wisher pulling up there where she might have gone stronger to the rim.
Well done by Mahalko. She finds more points. She's played so well this afternoon. Now has 20 points. She's also pulled in 10 rebounds.
Yeah, a little foul. Just a little body contact from Ojo.
So Mahalko with a double-double in this match. So Haberfield re-enters the court in exchange for Downey.
I think she's had a good second half, Downey. I really think she led the way with her attitude and strength there for Kilsyth.
Put in 7 strong rebounds, put up 6 points. She's had a nice contribution in this second half of basketball. Mullins has managed to keep herself to 4 personal fouls that she received in the third quarter.
In the corner.
Yep.
Oh, roll from Mullings. You do worse to give it to Danny Bone on the 3-point line. Didn't drop that time though.
Tasari now tries from 3 herself and off the bank, puts it in for 3 points.
That's her range.
Yeah, there's a foul there. Stepped into it, a blocking foul, no doubt, for Fighters. Tasari. She now has 9 points. So it's 12 points, which is more respectable than it could have been at one stage. Bone now. Left hand gives it to Mullings. The pass was a little bit astray, but it came down in favour of the Hawks through Farnworth. Plenty of hands worked by
a lot of hands.
Yeah, Haberfield.
Haberfield looked like she had 6 or 7 hands there.
And there's a foul called on Haberfield, which is her second personal. Less than a minute to go now. So Bone gives it off to Spillane. Mullings had a ceiling side, but now pops out to the top, cutting backwards. Farnworth now. She pulls up from 3, and Farnworth has been so strong today. 21-point game for Farnworth.
One of those days, I think there's much that the defence can do, and they really are up on her. So she's not needing that she's not finding that she needs a lot of space to get those shots up and to make them.
She shot 5 threes today from 11, so too bad a percentage. If you can put up 15 points from outside the perimeter, it'll go a long way towards getting the win.
It's got to be a green ball.
And with 24 seconds exactly remaining, you'd think the Hawks can just run it out now.
Looks like they're going to run one.
That was a good defensive play there by Kilsyth, but it left Mullings open.
And the last shot might come from Farnworth here.
Go for a 6-3.
Why not?
Gives it to Mullings. Mullings now knocked out of her hand.
0.8 of a second to go.
Points by Malco. With the Ringwood Hawks women with a lot of confidence now. They won their first match by 11 points. They beat Waverley last weekend by 10. And now with a 17-point win over the top of a decent Kilsyth side.
I think the depth of Ringwood just getting them in the end today. It is a good Ringwood side. This young and talented side that came across a pretty experienced Kilsyth side today. They definitely spread the responsibility around and came up trumps in the end.
I said pre-game that a big deciding factor will be that diversity of scorers, and Farnworth put up 21, Mahalko had 20 herself, Mowing had a nice contribution of 10, Follow and Bone, the other two starters, had 5 and 4 each, so they found plenty of scoring from a number of players down the other end. Kilsyth, they had Booth who put up 12 to start the match, but couldn't find any more points in the final 3 quarters, and that's just not going to be good enough in the end if you're trying to beat the likes of Ringwood Hawks. Last year, of course, they came 6th in Big V, and now in this NBL1 competition, they were sitting pretty on 3rd coming into this round, and they'll be even higher, you imagine, after this very strong win over the top.
Any final score sheet highlights you want to leave us with, Tyson?
Well, I did focus last time on the negatives in that there was too many turnovers, 21 for Kilsyth, 16 for Ringwood, and their shooting percentages, it was 37% for Ringwood, which they sort of turned out to be okay in the end. Kilsyth with 30%, but if we focus on positives, if we look at Ringwood, Mahalko pulled in 10 rebounds, put up a couple of assists and had 3 steals, so he was shooting at 47% from the field. So some of the individual brilliance of these players,
the number of rebounds for a 176 centimetre guard there is extraordinary.
And even Mine King, who came off the bench, put in 4 rebounds and did such a defensive job. She stifled any offensive momentum that Kilsyth Cobras could develop, and in the end it was thanks to a couple of those strong players and their strong performances, and of course the team effort writ large, that got them the win today. So a very positive performance by the Ringwood Hawks. 68 points they managed to put in today, and they'll go into round 4 with 3 wins. A very strong performance this afternoon.
Well, thank you for joining us all, Tyson and I, for the live stream of the Lady Hawks versus the Kilsyth Cobras match today. We'll see you, if you're hanging around for the men, in a little while. See you later.